Kylie Jenner has had some big controversies in the short amount of time that she has been a celebrity, from Kylie Cosmetics being accused of running sweatshops to sitting in a golden wheelchair for a photo shoot. Coming at number 10, swimwear scam. Kylie Jenner's new swimwear line received a ton of backlash from her own fans, with many taking to TikTok to complain about getting scammed. The 24-year-old billionaire business mogul released her new line of swimwear and was quick to promote it on her social media, resulting in many styles selling out fast. Unfortunately, a lot of buyers started to have buyer's remorse after receiving their orders. TikTok specifically was flooded with videos of people giving Kylie's swimwear a bad review. Many were upset over the poor quality of the pieces and even described them as being so thin that you could practically see through it. One reviewer said that they shelled out $250 on two sarongs, a pink two-piece, and a yellow cutout monokini, but then said, "I would show you these, but I literally can't because they are just not it." The sizing, she explained, was perfect, but despite being fully aware there was no padding, the material was so flimsy it just shows everything. Not a good look. Coming at number 9, the stripper pole. According to Kylie Jenner herself, one of her most embarrassing moments in her career as a celebrity really happened during the filming of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In all fairness though, she was 10 years old when the show premiered, so a lot of her behavior could be attributed to just immaturity. In one of the earlier episodes, Kylie caused a major controversy when she was filmed spinning around on a stripper pole in Kris Jenner's bedroom. Reflecting on that episode to E! News, she said, "The stripper pole was so embarrassing, I wish it never happened." However, the reason she found this to be so embarrassing was due to how the world at large reacted to it. Coming number 8, bad tipper. Not only was Kylie Jenner accused of scamming her own fans, but she has also come under fire for being a terrible tipper as well. There have been 2 angry waitstaff members that exposed Kylie for leaving bad tips. One was a claim from a server in New York City who said, "She was fine, but she tipped $20 on a $500 bill. Do with that information what you will." With another claiming that they received a $2 tip from Jenner after delivering a $250 order to her home. I genuinely think that most celebrities just do not understand how the tipping process works. Although, to be fair, most people that have never worked in the restaurant industry understand how much they should be tipping. I think in North America, at least, the rule is 18% of whatever your final bill is. A lot of servers have to, pay out a certain percentage from their tips that goes to the hostess and sometimes to the line cooks as well. So if you don't tip on your bill, that money is pretty much coming out of the server's pocket. So on that $500 bill, she really should have been tipping about $90, not a $20 bill. Coming number 7, the wheelchair. The golden wheelchair photo shoot from 2015 is perhaps one of the most bizarre choices that Kylie has made. Once those images hit social media, there were thousands of intense reactions from people who reported being discriminated against because of their disability. One of the ones that went viral was from 17-year-old Ophelia Brown, who shared a photo of herself next to Kylie Jenner and said, "Kylie Jenner, wow, being in a wheelchair is so fun and fashionable. Ableism is the ultimate fashion statement." And when speaking to the press about how this Kylie photo shoot made her feel, Ophelia went on to say, "When I first saw the picture, my response was that I didn't think she fully understand what a wheelchair was. A wheelchair is a big part of my life, and she seemed to be sitting on it for fun or to look more edgy and cool. I felt overwhelmed with annoyance and jealousy that she could just get in and out of a wheelchair." In at number 6, fake activism. I don't know if she just didn't think this one through all the way or what, but man does it look bad. Kylie took to her Instagram stories about the devastating wildfires in Australia that completely wrecked their country and their wildlife and said, "Over 500 million animals have been killed in Australia. This breaks my heart." However, later on, she posted this other Instagram story of her wearing mink slippers, and which then, of course, led to people calling her out for completely contradicting her earlier statement. Although I don't think they realize that Kylie Jenner probably doesn't care. She posted about the Australia wildfires because every other celebrity was also doing that. Regardless, one user writes, "She's out of touch with reality. Where does she think mink comes from?" In at number 5, disturbing photos. While promoting her Nightmare on Elm Street collection that features Freddy Krueger-inspired makeup, Jenner shocked and angered a lot of her fans. Kylie is expecting her second child with Travis Scott, and because she is expecting another child, this enraged people on the internet even more. She began promoting this Halloween line with various posts that all carried a heavy red theme. It started with a promo video that shows fake blood washing over Kylie's body while 1-2 Freddy's Coming For You plays in the background. The conspiratorial comments started really flowing on that video and just carried over to her next promotional post. For example, the comments that said, "This is sick and that's not a compliment," with another adding, "Adrenochrome?" Other than these types of comments that think every celebrity is the Illuminati, the rest of her comments seem to be split on the matter. I saw many supportive comments on Jenner's collaboration, but there were an equal amount of people that really did not care for it. Some called it disturbing, while others said that it was so horrifying that she needed to repent. A lot of people thought it was just distasteful because she was pregnant, which did become another focus of backlash. One person wrote about how if someone was recovering from a miscarriage, they would find this to be very daunting to look at, with another adding that on Mental Health Awareness Awareness Day, this was the last thing that they expected to see in their feeds. In at number 4, Kylie Cosmetics sweatshop. Back in April of 2016, around the time of the Kylie Cosmetics launch, many workers in her factories took to social media to expose the awful working conditions. The employees based out of a lab in Oxnard, California, described working as if it were sweatshop conditions, meaning long hours, early days, an unclean work environment, and too many people all working in the same area. One former employee even alleged that she fell ill after accidentally inhaling the makeup products. The production worker went on to claim, long hours, no home life, was only provided with a lab coat, hairnet, and safety glasses, no benefits. While the workers said they loved to see how makeup was made from start to finish, they claimed the makeup particles made me cough and sick. Coming in at number 3, blackfishing. After posting a video to her Instagram stories of her listening to music in her car, many people took notice of Kylie's skin color looking a little darker than normal. The term blackfishing is used to describe people who attempt to masquerade as black or even mixed race, and in some cases uses to increase profits from the adopted masquerade while being white the whole time. One user was so shocked by it, they said that it looked like she was wearing the Fenty makeup foundation shade 420. Another user decided to come at the entire Kardashian Jenner clan and tweeted, "How many times we gotta reiterate that the Jenner daughters are just white, male white, not a bit of ethnic white. Kris and Caitlyn are straight up green. Kylie's blackfishing is even more egregious because she is as white can be," adding, "At least the other 3 have an Armenian dad as leverage. Kylie has no ground to stand on, and I'm tired of them telling us her lips don't have permanent fillers and that she just overdraws them." Coming number 2, the heel incident. After Kendall, Kylie, and Kris Jenner's boyfriend Corey Gamble ended up in the same car after being out on the town for a night of partying with the whole family, things began to escalate. Kylie refused to have the driver drop Kendall off at her house, which according to Kylie was out of the way. Kendall, who claimed she was sober at the time, said that Kylie smacked her, but not hard, and in return, Kendall flailed back, striking Kylie in the face. From there, the situation got really ugly. Kylie seemed to have been getting more and more intoxicated since the dinner started, and by the night's end, the lights were on, but no one was home. Kendall said that after she hit Kylie, her sister then took the heel of her shoe and pressed it into Kendall's neck. From there, the two apparently just began kicking each other repeatedly in the car, and as the fight continued to escalate, Mr. Gamble did his best to try to calm them down. Unfortunately, though, to no avail. Kendall would actually end up later accusing him of cursing at her during the fight. According to Chloe, there was already tension when the night started because Kendall didn't come to the drag show. Chloe said that it felt like the tension between Kylie and Kendall had been building and building, so it just happened to boil over when they got into that car together. In our number 1 spot, filming Astroworld tragedy. Kylie Jenner being in attendance at the Astroworld Festival during all of the mayhem was one thing. However, the single moment that ruined her career, in our opinion, was when she uploaded a video of an ambulance trying to make its way through the crowd. That video was deleted soon after she realized the severity of the situation, but at that point it was pretty much the beginning of the end. Now she can't even really post anymore on her Instagram without getting some sort of extreme backlash in the comments for being insensitive. So with that, her Kylie brand will certainly take a hit just from this single moment. But for now, that's all the time that we have for you today. Stay classy, and I'll see you on the next one.